Hello class from snowy Rochester. I'm Doug McSorley and I'm going to review my thoughts on our public speaking course. I enjoyed meeting all of you through those and wish you success throughout your full sail degree work and beyond. I'm sad that our class is ending and I really enjoyed this course. During our public speaking course I learned Ken and various TED Talks as well as doing a product review. In week 3 we learned about doing a presentation with visuals. And finally in week 4 we did our review, pitches, and then this final last video. Here's my answers to the questions for this week. For number 1, my feelings prior to this class on public speaking were okay, but not great. Like I said in the video, I was always nervous when I found out that I had to do a public speaking presentation for a class or assignment. For number 2, the only real experience I've had is some of my class experience with public speaking. I've run a few work meetings before where I had to really get in front of an audience. For number 3, yes, I felt very comfortable with my communication skills. I know that I need to focus more on my eye contact during these presentations, but I definitely felt comfortable with communication skills. But like I always say, there's always room for improvement. I didn't have any prior performance experience for number 4. I delivered challenges during week 1. I don't think I had any challenges during the first week. I felt that that was the easiest one since the presentation was just about us. After getting the grade, I found out exactly what the professor was looking for though. In week 2, I enjoyed this week. I learned more about TED and learned a ton from the presentations. I also learned about Rochester and the skateboard park, which I didn't know before. I also learned about finding a subject that you're passionate about. I like doing the project as well. Having 2 presentations in 1 week though can be very tough. Week 3, the presentation was a little tougher for me, but I did enjoy the research part of this project. When I first read the requirements for this assignment, I was really nervous, but once I figured out a subject that I was passionate about, it was easy. For week 4, the pitch assignment was tough, but I enjoyed this one as well. I'm not sure if I nailed this one or not, still waiting for the grade, but this is definitely one part of presentation that's important for our industry, for any industry you're in, so I think it's very important. That's actually why I did 2 presentations. Did my delivery improve? I think my delivery improved. Like I said, it's not tough not being able to see the audience live, but I think I got better over time. I definitely said uhs and ohs a lot less than I normally do when recording myself. For number 6, the things I learned during the visual presentations, I will use less PowerPoint presentation, and I learned to use more visuals during the presentation and make those presentations more interesting. I will use visuals only to emphasize my points and not read off those presentations. For question number 7, honestly I was not really that nervous of presentations. I think because we weren't really doing them in front of a live audience, we were doing them only in front of our computers, so that kind of, and I think I can build from that. For number 8, how did the audience respond to my presentations? I thought okay. I didn't get much feedback, so I really can't say for sure, but I did enjoy hearing some of the feedback and giving feedback and also reading others' feedback for our other classmates. For question number 9, what kind of feedback did you offer your classmates? I gave mostly positive feedback messages. I thought most of my classmates did an awesome job. From everybody's first video to the last, everybody did an awesome job and grew a ton with this course. All of my feedback was written because it was just easier to do than video. As far as that my classmates most benefited from, I'm really not sure. Like I said before, I just gave back positive feedback, so I don't think they needed to act on anything I said. For number 10, do you spend time practicing your speeches? Yes, I ran through the speeches about 5 times before actually recording and did some more speeches over again after recording, probably about 5 to 6 or 7 times. So in total, it probably spent about 2 to 3 hours per presentation, maybe longer, depending on what we were talking about, and also the research time. So probably about 5 hours total. For number 11, do you have any delivery or technology in your presentations? The only error that I really had was with GarageBand and I found out there was an issue with layering, that YouTube only saw the first layer, so it wasn't hearing the music, or I wasn't hearing the music and some of the voiceovers I was doing. Once I figured out what was going on, I was able to resolve that issue. For number 12, which speech or project did you enjoy the most? I liked the TED speech the least. I don't think there was one that I didn't really like. I actually enjoyed them all. Everyone had its own challenge, but I enjoyed them all equally. And 13, what did you learn from TED this month? I learned what TED stands for. I've always heard it before. There's a lot of TED presentations here in Webster, really what it stood for. And I learned through a variety of speakers, including Sir Ken, obviously. And I also learned top 10 commandments, which was kind of cool. For question number 14, what did I learn from Sir Ken Robinson? I like Sir Ken's approach to speaking. Mixed in some humor with some talk, as well as made the speech personal. I really like that. From Gar Reynolds, if you leave your audience feeling smarter at the end of the speech or presentation, a great job. For question number 15, what do you think is your biggest delivery challenge overall? My greatest challenge when doing these online presentations is remembering to look directly into the camera. Half the time I film these presentations, I focus on myself. I'm looking directly at myself and not directly up at the camera. So I forget to read and look at the camera while I'm doing my speech. So I've had a tough time, and during regular live presentations, I was taught at least to kind of look directly at the audience, going like this, and seeing what they're thinking of your speech. So that was kind of tough, trying to just look at this little camera. For number 16, what is your greatest strength in terms of presentation? I think for me, humor, and if there's a subject I can talk about that I'm passionate about, then the audience will see that. 17, I give myself a 4. I still have more to learn, but I'm happy with my presence for the most part. 18, I learned a lot, but I wish we had some WIMA sessions to go over what we learned. The ebook helped for me. I enjoyed the ebook, but I think this was the first class actually, which I kind of thought was funny, since speaking, that we didn't have a WIMA session, and I wish we did. Just so if we had questions, a lot of times I had questions about the presentation, for that assignment for that week, and I felt like I was always, asking the professor, and I wish if we had a WIMA session, we could just ask that live. And I think I would have learned a little bit more having more WIMA sessions, but I did learn a lot from the class, so that helped. For that, I did learn a lot about public speaking and feel that I took away a great deal about learning not only from the ebook, but watching, like I said, my classmates' videos as well. Like I said before, I think everybody did enough. I feel like I'm definitely more prepared now for public speaking, and I just have to remember everything that I learned to be tough, and I have to write more in my notebook. Good luck to all my classmates. I really enjoyed watching all your videos. I'm wearing the sunglasses because I think all your futures are bright. And I wanted to give you guys a round of applause because I think everybody did a great job. Everybody learned from this class, and I enjoyed watching your videos. Best of luck to you throughout your full sail career. Thanks.